In 90 AD, John wrote 7 words on Patmos that would redefine spiritual warfare forever and mark him for death. He began with a warning. What I'm about to reveal will make you a target. The enemy has hidden this title for a reason. Believers who claim it stop begging and start reigning. And reigning believers, that's hell's greatest fear. Then he wrote what would cost him everything. Jesus didn't make you a servant hoping for scraps. He made you something the enemy desperately needs hidden, a legal position that transforms you from victim to threat. The moment you claim this title, everything shifts. You stop defending and start enforcing. And here's the disturbing part. Most Christians have been taught they're just servants. But John saw that Jesus made you something far more dangerous. The devil doesn't want you to claim this title. Because the moment you do, you shift from target to hunter. If you've always felt spiritually powerless, if warfare feels like constant defense, if you've been taught to just survive, this will change everything. I'm going to show you the 7 words, the Greek legal framework behind them, and why claiming this title makes darkness retreat. But first, you need to understand what John discovered on Patmos. John saw believers operating in 2 modes. Mode 1. Beggars asking God to protect them, hoping he shows up, praying defensively. Mode 2. Kings walking in authority already given, enforcing what's already decreed, operating offensively. The difference? Whether they claimed the title Jesus gave them. John realized the enemy's greatest weapon isn't power, it's concealment. He doesn't fight your authority, he hides that you have it. The 7 words are in Revelation 1:6, has made us a kingdom and priests. Sounds simple, but John didn't write it in English, he wrote it in Greek. And what those 7 Greek words actually say will redefine how you walk. First, has made us. Past tense, already done. Jesus didn't start a process. He made you something. Completed action, you're not becoming, you are. Second, basileia. Translated, kingdom. But that's weak. Basileia means royal authority, ruling power, kingly jurisdiction. You're not just in the kingdom, you are kingdom authority walking on earth. When you speak, you carry royal jurisdiction. Third, hiereis. Translated, priests. But it's more. In Greek culture, hiereis meant legal mediator with official access and authority to enforce. You don't beg for access. You have access. You don't hope heaven hears. Heaven is obligated to hear. Look at the confirmation. 1 Peter 2:9. You are a royal priesthood, not becoming heir. Ephesians 2:6. God seated us with Christ in heavenly realms. Seated, past tense, you're already there. Here's what shifts when you claim this. Kings don't beg. They decree, priests don't hope. They intercede with authority. When you walk into spiritual warfare as a king priest, you're not asking God to fight for you. You're exercising authority. He already delegated. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, is why most Christians die with unmoved mountains. At least, the way the church teaches it is. Because everyone obsesses over faith size. But that's not what Jesus was teaching. The part everyone skips, that's where Jesus tells you who does the moving, and it's not God. It's you. And Satan has kept believers focused on the wrong half for 2,000 years. You've heard mustard seed, faith moves mountains, everywhere. Every sermon, you just need more faith. But here's what no one tells you. Jesus wasn't talking about faith size, he was talking about faith direction. Here's the full verse, Matthew 17:20. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Wait, you can say to this mountain, not God will move it if you believe hard enough. Everyone stops at mustard seed faith, but Jesus kept talking, and what he said next changes everything. You can say, not God will say. To this mountain move, a command, not a request. The Greek word ario means to command with delegated authority. Jesus gave you the authority to speak, but the church taught you to beg. Look at Jesus, in the storm. Peace, be still. He didn't say, Father, please calm this. He spoke to it to the fig tree. Never bear fruit again. He spoke to it, it died. Jesus didn't pray about problems, he spoke to them. Mark 11:23 removes any doubt. If anyone says to this mountain, go, throw yourself into the sea, it will be done. To the mountain, not about it. Here's the shift. Most Christians pray, God, please remove this debt. Please heal this. Jesus taught us to say this. Debt, break sickness, leave. We're asking God to use his authority. Jesus said, use the authority he gave you. The mustard seed isn't about size, it's about direction. Tiny faith aimed at the problem moves it. Massive faith aimed at God instead of the problem changes nothing. Why? Because God already told you to speak, pray this now. Father, I see it. You told me to speak to my mountains with your authority. mountain of debt, sickness, fear. I'm speaking to you. Jesus gave me authority. Move. You have no permission to remain. You are removed in Jesus' name. The enemy wants you praying about mountains, keeping you passive. But what Jesus revealed is, stop measuring your faith and start aiming it. You don't need more faith. You need directed faith. If this changed how you pray, type mountain move in the comments.